Today we're talking about how not to kill things in combat. This is some crazy high level tactics here. But guys, there actually is a point to this one. So watch the video and find out why. Welcome guys, it's Andy here from D6 Evolution. Anyone who's new to the channel, we're all about 40k tactics and tournament tips. Today we're talking about how you can avoid killing a unit in combat with your ultra killy sort of Death Star here. So what have we got? So we have our Dark Angels Rhino, which unfortunately is the target for a lot of our tactics videos here, and we have a very large unit of Custodes jet bikes, and facing them down, apart from the Rhino here, we have a Dark Angels gun line of a Sakaran tank and a unit of Plasma Devastators. So what we're going to aim to do here on the Custodes turn is charge this Rhino with these jet bikes over here. But what we want to do is not kill this Rhino, wrap it up in combat so that on the Dark Angels turn they can't shoot the Custodes jet bikes to death. So, sound like a plan. So let's show you how this works. Okay, so this is the result of the charge I've made against the Dark Angels Rhino here. So let me just show you what I've done, because it may not be clear at first. So obviously when I've charged in, the aim here is to wrap this Rhino with the Custodes jet bikes. Now, if I attack with more than one of these jet bikes here, what's going to happen is this Rhino is almost certainly going to die, because these guys get 4 attacks each. They reroll wounds. They're going to get D3 damage on each hit with only a 6-up save from the Rhino. So if I'm putting more than 4 attacks in this thing, it's probably going to die. So I've got to be really careful. So what I've done here is this first guy here is within an inch of the Rhinos to complete the charge. The rest of the bike unit has wrapped round, but has stayed more than an inch away. Now the key things here, guys, is that unit coherency is within 2 inches. Okay, so this whole unit here is staying more than an inch away from this guy here. So to be in combat, you either have to be within an inch of the target, or you have to be within an inch of another model which was within an inch. So what I've done here is this guy is within an inch. These guys are more than an inch away, but within 2 inches from the rest of the unit. So when I pile in, these guys are going to stay like this. He's the only one who's going to attack. He's certainly not going to kill it by himself unless he gets absolutely phenomenal rolls. So I'll show you. So 4 attacks. They would hit on 2s. So that would be 4 hits, unsurprisingly. They would wound on 5s with a reroll. So half of them have wounded already, and with the other half. So 3 have hit, 3 have wounded. So maximum, I'd get 9 wounds on this, which is fairly unlikely. So in the consolidate, at this point, you sort of launch your trap and you move everything within an inch round here, like so. So in your opponent's turn, you've locked this in combat. These guys here, they can't do anything. And on your turn, you can kill this, and then you can consolidate towards the nearest unit afterwards. And then in your turn, you can charge in and murder this whole lot. So that's a really good way. So I'd say this is particularly relevant at the moment when facing off against a lot of Imperial Knights, because the little baby Knights are extremely susceptible to this. If you charge a big unit of Custodes or something else into them, you'll kill it. But what you're aiming to do is charge 1 or 2 Custodes jet bikes in there, cripple it slightly, wrap it in combat, and stop yourself getting shot from the other knights, and then charge the next knight on your turn. Now there's a few little tricks with this to make this even more effective, and I'm just going to show you that now. The other nice thing you can do here when you're charging is you can set yourself up for the next turn. So in this version here, again, I've wrapped the unit, I've done the same thing as before, making sure only one's going to attack. But with my initial charge move, I've moved the nearest bikes as close to my next intended target as possible, like setting off like a long tail, as you will, wrapped around the Rhino. And the bigger your unit, the more you can do this. So you can use your pile in and consolidate moves, even when you're not actually killing anything, to get closer and closer to your next target, whilst always being in cover wrapped around that rhino. So it's pretty good. I've used it in a couple of games in the past and it's worked really well. So let us know what you think, and as always guys, like the video, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.